And we back. Ayy, and we back. And we back. And we back. And we back. Ayy, what it is? Yo. Oh, what's up? Oh, yeah, yeah. Now, why you gotta be ratchet? You know. What do you do, baby? Welcome back to the what? To the podcast, baby. We in here. Welcome back to Really, Honestly, and Truly, your new favorite podcast. I gotta come up with a tagline. I haven't come up with a tagline yet, but it's just Really, Honestly, and Truly with your homegirl, your self-love bestie, Marika's Catalog. So I am excited to be recording episode 2, y'all. It's up. Baby, we up. It's up. So last week we kicked off the podcast talking about why doesn't the horse drink the water when they say you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink it. And we talked about why the horse might not drink the water. And if you align with that, or if that touched your soul, like, send me some love. Like, send me a pink heart or something. Send me a pink heart, leave a comment, share it with somebody, subscribe to the channel. Just take some type of action if you resonated with that episode. And today, like I said, in season 1, we're going to be exploring and talking about that whole topic of overcoming feeling like you're stuck or feeling like you aren't getting anywhere, like overcoming feeling like you're on a hamster wheel. And so on today's episode, we are taking a deeper dive in how do I overcome feeling like I'm stuck? How do I overcome being in this stuck place in life? And there are a bunch of things that you can possibly be stuck in. You could be stuck in your career or ready to shift careers, ready to shift relationships, ready to bounce, deuce. Maybe God is, what's that one prayer people be saying? I prayed and asked God to remove my distractions, and I started losing friends. Maybe you going through some friendship breakups, or you feel like you need to separate yourself from people. Whatever your shift is, or whatever you feel like you aren't doing in life, or today's topic is about overcoming that feeling of being stuck and bound and trapped, etc., etc. Because again, we're going from surviving to thriving. So let's hop right into it, y'all. So how do you overcome being stuck? How do you get out of that feeling of, I just feel like there's more? Before we even get started with that, y'all, I just feel like this is my space. This is only episode 2, but I just feel like this is my space. And this is me. When you see me producing, this is me pushing myself to get out of feeling like I'm stuck, overcoming that stuck place. Because somebody done talk. I've been hearing create a podcast since college, and I just never wanted to do a podcast. One, I don't like hearing my voice. This is also helping me overcome that feeling of like not liking to hear my voice, because I hear my voice the entire time, and it's helping me to overcome that. So today's episode is going to be about what can you do to take that leap, to start doing the shit that you want to do. How do you get out of that feeling of being stuck? And so the first thing that you need to do is be still. Be still and know that He is God. Hallelujah. No, but for real, be still. Like, we got social media, we got people that we talk to, we got work, we got entertainment. We have so many things that is clouding our mind, clouding our judgment. And when you feel like you all over the place, or you just feel stuck, or you just feel like, there's got to be more, be still. Like, be still, because there's so much noise in the world, right? There's so much noise in the world. And you can get confused easily because you got people on Twitter saying this, or people on Threads now, my bad. People on Threads saying this, people on Instagram saying something that's different from what they said on Twitter. Like, you got all of this different advice and confirmation and etc. And God's voice and like your voice can become very distant when you are so busy consuming the noise. So my first tip to you would be to be still. Be still. And how do you be still? Meditate. Try to meditate. Practice yoga. Journal. Take a break from social media. Take a break from talking to people and getting advice from people. Just be still. Just take a pause. If you can, go on a vacation by yourself, a solo trip, a quick solo trip. But you just need to be still so that you can hear yourself, and also so you can hear God. Because, like I said, it's so noisy out there, and you can get clouded by other people's judgment. So sit down and reflect and assess your life. Like, assess your career, assess your relationships, assess your finances, assess your health. Sit back and assess and reflect on, why do I feel stuck? What areas of my life do I feel stuck in? Okay? So be still. I gave you some ways that you can just be still. You got to silence the noise. And while you're being still, moving on to number 2, and that reflecting and assessing your life in the different areas of your life, revisit your goals or create goals. Maybe you already have a game plan. I learned something about a 90-day plan yesterday. I was at this workshop and they were talking about a 90-day plan. I'm like, that might be similar to the 12-week year. I've mentioned the 12-week year before. It's a book on like being productive, like not just managing your time, but also being productive with your time and producing results throughout the year. And so I'm like, a 90-day plan, but I got to do more research on it and like find like a template or something, but I want to test that out, like a 90-day plan for whatever area that in my life where I feel stuck. And maybe you should try it too. When I figure it out or find a template, I'll share that with y'all. But reassess your goals or your vision. If you have a vision for yourself or your business or your brand, revisit your vision. If you don't have a vision, create one. What do you want your life to look like? Don't even focus on the next 5 and 10 years. What do you want your life to look like for the rest of the year? Like, what do you want to accomplish for the rest of the year? I don't know if you've heard of SMART goals or not. I'll give you an example. I have the workbook here with me, the Becoming Your Own It Girl workbook. I have, and if you are watching, just listening to the audio, go to the YouTube channel to see the footage. But I have 2 pages in the workbook, the Becoming Your Own It Girl workbook. One has SMART goals. So SMART stands for specific goals, measurable, attainable, relevant, and timely. This podcast is not about that, so do your own research or check out the workbook. But on the other page, I have a goal tracker. So if you don't write down your goals or your intentions, I'm going to need for you to start doing that, because that's going to keep you on track, so that you can get up out of that feeling of being stuck in life or whatever area you feel like you're stuck in. Create goals, create a vision. And again, once you create that vision and those goals, what's your game plan? What's your action plan? Because you can, like I said before in the Marika's Monday memo, you can make plans, you can set goals all you want, but if you don't take action on those things, you are going to continue to be on that hamster wheel, just moving your feet but not going anywhere. So you got to get clear on what it is that you want. Get clear and specific, and the SMART goals help you do that. Get clear and specific on what it is that you want. What is going to make you feel like you're moving? You're not stuck. And sometimes we aren't stuck. We are moving. We're just not moving at the pace that we want to move. So, and again, in that reflecting time, in that being still time, ask yourself, okay, am I not moving, or am I just being impatient? This is where self-awareness kick in, y'all. This is where self-awareness, know thyself, okay? And be honest with thyself, okay? Really, honestly, and truly. Be real with yourself, be honest with yourself, and be truthful with yourself, Okay? All right. So, number 2 is revisit your goals or set your goals and write down your vision or revisit your vision and then create a productivity plan. Number 3, pray. Pray. Okay? Put your palms together. What Lil Durk say? Ain't too something. I put my palms up. Something he said. I don't really listen to Durk. My brother would probably know what Durk says. But he said, ain't too big to pray last minute. I put my palms up. Or something like that. But pray, y'all. Pray for guidance. Pray for clarity. Pray for God to order your steps. That has been my prayer lately, Lord. Just order my steps. Because so often I try to do what I think I need to do. And sometimes it's not in alignment with what God is telling me to do. So pray for guidance. Pray for God to order your steps. It don't got to be no drawn out prayer. Just, Lord, I'm feeling stuck right now. I don't know why I feel stuck. And I don't know how to get out of this feeling. Or how to overcome this feeling. So please show me the way. Open my eyes to your guidance. Open my eyes to your signs and wonders. Open my eyes to your direction, Lord. And I pray for an obedient heart to be obedient to what I feel like you're guiding me to do. In Jesus' name, amen. The quick little prayer. Whatever is on your heart, just say that. Like, Lord, this is where I'm at with it. Help a sister out. Help a brother out. You know? Like, but pray, y'all. Put them palms up. Put them palms up. All right, and then number 4 is determine, and this will happen during your reflection time and in your goal setting time. Determine why you are stuck. Like, if you feel like you're stuck mentally, okay, why am I stuck mentally? What's on my mind? What reoccurring thoughts am I having? And how can I combat those reoccurring thoughts? If they're negative, how can I redirect them to a growth mindset or a positive mindset? And a growth mindset is, I'll give you an example because it's hard for me to explain. I'll give you an example. Instead of saying, this is hard, you could say, I'm grateful for the opportunity to grow. This situation is challenging, and I'm grateful for the opportunity to grow. Lord, show me what is this pushing me towards? What area of life am I growing in? Like, how can I grow in this situation? Because it's challenging right now, but it's an opportunity for me to learn, for me to grow, and for me to get better, or for me to release. So have a growth mindset about feeling stuck. But in determining why you're stuck, so in the workbook, Becoming Your Own It Girl, yes, I am plugging my workbook. Go get it. It's at the link in my bio, maricascatalog.com. I have a page or 2 in here. They're self-awareness questions with determining your stumbling blocks. Here it is. 7 suggestions to overcoming self-love barriers. But also figuring out here it is. Identifying your stumbling blocks and then overcoming your stumbling blocks. So I don't even know what page this is, but in one of the pages, identifying your identifying your stumbling blocks. So make a list or get the ebook and get the workbook. And I have a list of different things that may be stumbling blocks for you. I'll read some of the things on the list. Social media, complacency, anxiety, people pleasing, your thoughts, your inability to say no, that's still being people pleasing. So, and there's plenty of more listed in this in the workbook, but identify your top, what do I have on here? Identify your top 5 stumbling blocks or distractions. What's in your way? Identify your top 5 and then rate them on a scale of 1 to 10. Which one is distracting you the most? Whichever one is distracting you the most, start there. And then be in a brainstorm. So on this page, you identify the stumbling blocks. Next page, you rate them. And then on the following page, I guess you're going to have to get the ebook to figure out what's on the next page, huh? But no, once you identify your stumbling blocks, begin to create an action plan. It's all about action plans, y'all. Like, you gotta have a plan. I learned this from someone. I can't remember who I learned this from, but they said everybody is talking about trust the process. You can't trust the process if you don't have a process. So if you ain't got no process, you can't trust the process. You can definitely trust that God is leading you, but ultimately you need a plan. You need a plan. You need a game plan. So figure out why you're stuck. Figure out what area you're stuck in, or areas you're stuck in. Figure out why you're stuck in those areas, and then begin to brainstorm how you can start to unstuck yourself. I don't even know if that's a word, but untangle yourself from being stuck in those areas. Okay, and do that for every area: your finances, your health, your mental health, emotional health, your relationships, your career, all of the things. Okay. And then number 5, find your groove again. This is where self-care and well-being comes into place. Like, find your groove again, and you find your groove one step at a time. Like, it is very challenging to pull yourself out of a stuck place or pull yourself out of a dark space. But it's possible. And I'm not going to say it's challenging. Let me get out of that mentality. It's an opportunity. It's an opportunity to grow. It's an opportunity to grow and get better and create routines and systems for yourself to stay out of that stuck feeling, out of that stuck place, out of that dark space. And so leaning into finding your groove and centering yourself is all about being rooted and planted in your happy place. Find out what is your happy place. What are the things that make you happy? Shameless plug again. I have pages in the workbook that help you determine and figure out what is your happy place. What makes you happy? And you begin to build a mental list of things that make you happy so that you can begin to pull from those things when you feel yourself slipping back into a dark space or a stuck space. Okay? The name of the game is self-awareness, okay? The name of the game is self-awareness. You gotta be aware of yourself, what works for you and what doesn't work for you. Like, self-awareness is the name of the game, y'all. So find your groove by practicing self-care and well-being. Find your happy place, get some routines in order, do things that make you happy, and don't fold. Stay 10 toes down in your shit. 10 toes down with it, y'all. Like, life be lifing. And that's okay, because God be guiding. And self-care be self-caring? No. Nah, sis. Nah, that ain't it. That ain't it, sis. I know how to be honest with myself, okay? Really, honestly and truly, I know how to be honest with myself. That wasn't it, sis. All right. Number 6, seek support and surround yourself with positive influences. Like, being around the right people will change your life, especially if those people are, about something and they are connected and they know shit. Like, that's a game changer. So surrounding yourself with the right people is key to getting out of that feeling of being stuck and being in a dark space. But you really gotta do the work. So if you feel like, if people are triggering for you, or if people you just can't be around them right now, have the courage to let them know, but also have the courage to take a step back. Like, take a step back and let them know that you're taking a step back. Like, you can't control how they respond, but what you can control is you being real and being vocal about what you need and your boundaries. All right, number 7, we already talked about this. Cultivate a growth mindset. You gotta have that positive mentality and looking at things from a different perspective, because if you constantly, woe is me, that shit will keep you bound. That shit will keep you down, and that shit will keep you stuck. So you gotta really practice with your mind. Like, practice with shifting your thoughts. And if you've been stuck in a place of thinking, it may be challenging at first, but you got to keep going. You got to keep going and keep practicing and being aware. Self-awareness is the name of the game. Like I said, being aware of when you are slipping back into that negative mentality. Okay. Number 8, and it's the last one, explore new opportunities. Y'all, when I finally started going outside and like going to different events, no matter how nervous I am or socially anxious I am, most of the time, I walk away being grateful that I stepped out of my comfort zone and tried something new or met a new person. Because you never know who you're going to cross paths with. And you never know whose life may be blessed just from your presence. Like, it's a mutual exchange when you connect with people and try new things. Get out here and explore. Like, that's one of the things that I am focusing on in this season is just like exploring more of the local community in Las Vegas and exploring more of the tourist community or the touristy things in Las Vegas as well, because I haven't really done so. And so people ask me all the time, like, what is there to do? Where can I go? And I just be like, shit, I don't know, because I don't be going nowhere. But that's changing. Like, I've been getting out of my comfort zone and just putting myself out there and connecting with people and going to different events, and the results have been very rewarding. Even if it's just one person that I connect with or one thing that I learn from that experience, I'm grateful. Like, cause you don't gotta overdo it. There's power in the one, y'all. There's power in the one. But that's my time, y'all. That is my time. I'm trying to stay. I'm actually overtime, but it's all good. So those are the 8 things I would suggest that you start doing if you feel like you are in a stuck place. So let's recap. Number 1, be still and know that He is God. No, be still. Sit in silence. Get to know yourself by sitting in silence. Hear yourself by sitting in silence, and hear the Lord by sitting in silence. Number 2, revisit your goals and your vision, or create or write down your goals and your vision. Number 3, pray and pray and pray and pray. But after you pray, number 4, be about that action. Alright? That ain't number 4. Determine why you're stuck is really number 4. Figure out why you are stuck. But taking action and doing the reflection was going to help you figure out why you're stuck. Number 5, find your groove again. Self-care, well-being, find your center. One day at a time, one step at a time, y'all. Before you know it, you blooming, baby. You popping, you thriving. Number 6, seek support and surround yourself with positive people, because that matters. Number 7, cultivate a growth mindset. It's all about that mentality. Like, what your life like? Really, what your thoughts like? And then last but not least, number 8, explore new opportunities, connect with new people. Drake was wrong when he said no new friends. Yes, we want new friends. We want new connections. We ain't got to be your best friend, but yeah, get out here and make them connections. So those are the 8 things that you can begin to do if you feeling like you're in a stuck place. And also, don't forget to go and grab at marikascatalog.com. Go and grab the Becoming Your Own It Girl digital workbook. It's digital. You can download it and you can also edit it. But if you feel like you want to write on it and print it out. But that workbook has a lot of different activities for these 8 steps that I just mentioned on how you can begin to get out of that place of feeling stuck. So share with me in the comments or send me an email. What is one thing from this list that you're going to do to begin to get out of that space of feeling stuck? And even if you're not in a space of feeling stuck, life might be good. Still, how are you going to keep life being good? Like, how are you going to be consistent with that feeling of, shit, life is good. Little bitch. Hey, I don't know the words, but But no, share with me in the comments. Remember to subscribe to the podcast, subscribe to the channel, because we doing the audio and the visual podcasting situation. And then go get the ebooks, marcuscatalog.com. And I'm on a new level. Before you know it, you're going to be on a new level. I'm on a new level. Pour me a new ship. I be butchering the word, y'all, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all feel the vibe. You feel the vibe. All right, y'all. As always, I'm sending you all love and light, love and light, love and light. And that's my time. I'm out. Peace. Peace. No, all right, bye.